Hi friends, let us learn today entries relating to TDS deducted by our customer while making us a payment. This is unlike the previous entries we passed, which related to deducting TDS from our end while making payments to our vendors or suppliers. That time the TDS which we deducted was our liability, because we deducted the vendors or the suppliers' money and paid it to the government, and it was our obligation or our liability to pay that money to the government, and the money which we deducted belonged to the government, and naturally it was our liability. Now in this situation where TDS is being deducted by our customer, it is occurring at the customer's end and they are deducting TDS while making us a payment. It will be an asset to our company, because this TDS which our customers deduct, it is as good as paying tax in advance to the government on our behalf. They're deducting money while making us payment and depositing that money to the government. So it is as good as paying tax in advance on our behalf, which we can adjust at the time of our income tax assessment. We can adjust the TDS which our customers deducted from our gross tax liability and arrive at the net tax liability, which is payable to the government from our end. So obviously anything which reduces our liability in the near future is an asset to us, and this is the logic why TDS deducted by our customer will appear as an asset. So for this reason we need to create, which I have already created. I would like to show you an account of TDS under the account group of asset, which is obviously a balance sheet account, and it is named TDS account PY 2020-21. Account currency INR, only balance is in local currency. Tolerance group CVTG, line item display, sort key 001, authorization group CVTG, and field status group is G001. This has to be created as a separate TDS account, which is obviously an asset, and this will appear when our customer will deduct TDS while making the payment to us. Another account which needs to be created is our sales account, which also I have created, relating to, say, consultancy services, which is under account group of income, PL account, related to PL statement account, and account currency INR. Here the tax category is O3, that is 18% CGST plus SGST output. We have assumed that this service is provided within the state, so it will attract 18% GST as it is a service, where 9% is CGST and 9% is SGST. Tolerance group is CVTG, line item display, sort key 001, authorization group CVTG. Similarly, field status group is G001 as usual. At the same time, we should make changes in the customer data who is likely to deduct TDS while making us payments. Let us choose Mother India Limited. This is our customer. Go to company code data, go to scene details, PAN card number, which I have already done, save it. Then you go to withholding taxes, country IN, put IN here. Then you put the relevant withholding tax type. In this case, it will be JP, that is J stands for 194J, because we will be providing services, consultancy services, so TDS will be deducted under section 194J, which is signified by JP, and P stands for payment posting, because TDS will be deducted while making payment to our company, and it will be deducted by this customer, Mother India Limited. So the corresponding tax code is ZP. We have activated the withholding tax for this particular customer, and the obligatory date starts from 06/08/2020 and it will go up to, say, 31st/3/2021. After incorporating this data, we need to save it. One more important inclusion which we need to make here is going to OBWW. Chart of accounts is CCOA. Here you can see that we have assigned this particular account, that is TDS account, which will appear as an asset 100007. We have assigned this in the debit column because whenever the customer will be making us payment, they will deduct TDS, and whenever they will be deducting TDS. This account will be debited. In contrast to the previous TDS account, which was credited while we deducted TDS from our suppliers. So this has to be incorporated here. Save it. It is already saved. So now let us move to raise a sales invoice. For that, we move to FB 70. Select the customer, Mother India, put the invoice date, then put the amount. Let the base amount, that is the accessible value of consultancy services, be 2 lakhs. So on 2 lakhs, there will be 18% GST, and it will be 36,000, 18,000 CGST and 18,000 SGST, as it is a local supply. So inclusive of taxes, it will be 2 lakhs 36,000. Click calculate tax. It shows customer is subject to withholding tax. So you have to choose here the business place or section. It is CO19. Then text consultancy services. Now you choose the appropriate account, which is consultancy services. Put asterisk and enter. So it is 2,36,000. Go to the tax part. It shows 36,000 tax. That is 18,000 CGST and 18,000 SGST. Go to withholding taxes. Tax will be deducted at payment posting. Put the base amount here. It is 2 lakhs because TDS will be deducted on the consultancy services value, which is 2 lakhs, and not on the GST part. Now you can simulate here. It shows Mother India Limited debit 2,36,000, consultancy services, which is our sales, 2 lakhs, CGST output 18,000, SGST output 18,000. Save the transaction. Now you move to F-28, which is posting of incoming payments. Document date 7th. Now fill the bank data, choose your bank account, write the amount. Now since the accessible value or the base amount or the consultancy charges amount is 2 lakhs, it will attract a deduction of 10% TDS under section 194J. So 10% of 2 lakhs comes to 20,000. So the customer will deduct 20,000 from 2 lakhs and it will amount to 1,80,000. And on 1,80,000 we will add the GST part, that is 36,000. So 1,80,000 plus 36,000, it amounts to 2,16,000. in place of 2,36,000 in total, because 20,000 has been deducted as TDS from our bill value. This is the value date. Text, customer receipts. Select the appropriate customer, which is Mother India Limited. Process open items. Now we need to select this particular entry, 2,36,000, which we just passed. So remove the other entries. We are going to receive amount against this particular invoice, which shows 2,36,000, but there has been a deduction of withholding taxes of 20,000. So it amounts to 2,16,000, and amount entered is also 2,16,000. Withholding tax is 20,000, right? If you go and simulate here, you can see that our SBI current account has been debited with 2,16,000. TDS account PY 2020-21 has been debited with 20,000, and Mother India Limited has been created with 2,36,000 towards full and final settlement against this particular invoice. Let us save it. So this is the way we pass entries relating to TDS deducted by our customer while making us a payment. Thank you.